And we're live.
We're live. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to this Project Q1 live masterclass this Sunday evening. I'm coming to you from Sheffield in the UK. We've also got Nate with us, who's in Southeast Asia. So yeah, we've got plenty of people watching us on here, a bunch of people watching on our YouTube channel as well. So yeah, I know that Nate has been working on his presentation this week, just been putting the last few slides together before we started, and yeah, Nate will take you through everything. There's a chat box below, which Nate will go into a bit more detail on as well. But literally, if you think of any questions as we go along, drop them in the chat. The chances are that everyone else will be thinking the same as well. So yeah, without further ado, we'll hand everyone over to Nate. And Nate will run through the presentation.
Good stuff, Adam. Thank you very much. Okay, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you are in the world. I think most people watching today are going to be in the UK, so I think 7 p.m. over there. I'm out in Southeast Asia at the moment. It's 1 a.m. and I'm sacrificing a little bit of sleep to bring you some serious information, because what my job has led me to do is to help people to get online, to help people build up businesses, strong, sustainable businesses online, which allow them not only to make decent money, obviously we all want that, but also to give you the freedom to be able to choose how you live your life. If that means that you want to work from home and look after the kids, that's fine. If that means that you want to spend more time with family members around the world, that's fine. If you want to go traveling, literally get yourself a nice lightweight laptop or a decent smartphone and literally travel all around the world, as long as you're plugging into Wi-Fi along the way, absolutely fine too. Basically, what we're going to show you is how to take control of your life using technology that is available to us today. The technology that we use has literally only been around for the last few years. These opportunities are becoming more and more normal, but they're still far from being mainstream. Now is the time to jump on board, to get involved, to get yourself online and set up a business. Now, I have a fair bit of history. I set up my first online business about 12 years ago. Did really well, but back then the technology wasn't quite the same. And the business that I had meant that I had to invest in a lot of stock. It wasn't easy. It was time consuming. It was expensive. And now things have got a lot easier. And I want to show you about that now. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I don't want to waste anybody's time. We're going to be with you probably for the next hour, hour and a half. I'm going to jump into a screen share right now, and I'm just going to let you know a little bit about what is in store. So bear with me whilst I click on a few buttons. Okay, we're here now. You can see my screen. I'll get rid of that, and I'll click on that, and I think we're ready to go. So what I want to show you is the easiest and simplest solution for you to transition from employee to entrepreneur ASAP. Now, I've got a fair bit of history. I've done a lot of business. I've done all kinds of things over the last 20 years. I've had many different ventures, companies, you name it, and I've had a lot of success, but I've also had a lot of failure too. And that failure has what has brought me to where I am right now. So I'm not just not ashamed of it. I'm actually really proud of the obstacles that I've had to overcome. 4 years ago, I lost everything, literally every penny, and I ended up having to drive a truck. So I was up in the north of Scotland for a couple of years, driving a truck every single day. And that was when I knew that I had to get back online. I had to build a business. And most importantly, it had to be a business that I could literally run from a laptop anywhere in the world. Absolutely nothing else to tie me down. That was my goal. I went out, I did it. Not only did I do it and I became kind of successful and started to make a little bit of money, but then I really started to push my business. I was able to quit my job driving trucks, obviously, and at that point my business absolutely exploded. I did really well for myself, and now I'm in the position that I want to help other people to overcome the same obstacles that I overcame and literally get themselves in the position that they too can take control of their lives. There's a lot of people will tell you it's not possible, you can't do that, you can't make money online. Yeah, well, I am the living proof. It is 100% possible, and it is getting easier and easier by the day to do it. Now's the time. If you want to jump on board, get stuck in feet first, okay? This is me about a year ago. I was out in New Zealand. I was able to travel there for 3 months. I got myself a really nice house next to a beautiful lake, and literally, again, able just to plug into Wi-Fi, run my business from there and from every single other place that I've been. Who are we looking for tonight? So I'm pretty much assuming that most people who are watching have got an entrepreneurial streak. It's really important. You're setting up a business. This is not a 9 to 5. Yeah, this is not somewhere where you can literally go and toss off all week and get paid at the end of it. This is a business. It requires effort. It's for you to put in the time, put in the effort, and the rewards will come back to you 10 times what you will get from a normal job. However, it's all down to you. It's down to the effort that you put into it. So if you're thinking right now that you're going to be able to click on a couple of buttons and make a load of money, probably better off you log off right now, because this is not going to be for you. I am looking for people who want to start creating an income online, okay? This is not get rich quick. I want people who want to have the freedom to work from home or to travel the world, or anything else for that matter. Just the most important thing is that you want the freedom to do whatever it is that you please. We're not ready for desperate people. This is about starting up a business. If you've literally got nothing to your name and you want to start up a business, it's not going to happen. The first thing you need to do is start sorting out your financial situation. You need to literally have some kind of foundation, yeah, in order to build your business on. If you've got nothing right now, you need to sort out your life first before you start any kind of business. We're looking for people who have started making money online before, maybe, or who are determined to do so. And finally, anybody who's already got a profitable online business, get ready to really 10x what you're doing, because the information that I'm about to give to you today is really going to have a massive impact on that business that you've got. If you've got a social media following, you can learn how to capitalize on that following and really start to make money from it. And finally, if you've got a network marketing team, this is literally your wet dream. This is going to be absolutely amazing stuff for you to hear and to implement into your business. You can 10x your business overnight by putting a few proven strategies together and literally allowing the internet to leverage the business and leverage the work that you have already done. So let's move forward. We got some ground rules here. Interactive Q&A chat down below. Adam mentioned this at the start. If you scroll below this screen, you will see a chat box. If you haven't already logged in, please do so. You can log in using your Facebook account. It's not going to tell Facebook. There's nothing going to be posted on Facebook. It's just a means of identifying you. And it means that you are able to interact with me. So I don't just want to be talking to a screen. I don't want to just be, you know, feeling that I'm alone and hoping there's some people listening. I want a bit of interaction, yeah? So if you can hear me right now and if you are able to interact with me, give me a thumbs up, say hi, yeah? Send me an emoji, whatever. Put something on there. Let me know that you are hearing and that you are participating in this discussion, okay? Let us know where you're from. I'm assuming that most people here are from the UK. If you're from the UK, let us know which town, which city you are coming from. If you're from elsewhere in the world, let us know which country you're from, yeah? So let's have a bit of interaction here. And from time to time, we're going to be stopping the presentation, going into the chat box and having a look. If you've got any questions along the way, yeah, feel free to put them in there. And we'll try to answer those questions to the best of our abilities live on air. If you have questions that have got nothing to do with what I'm talking about, I would probably recommend that you don't write anything that's not relevant, because I will be covering a lot of stuff today, and the chances are I will be answering your questions. So keep it relevant to the actual subject of conversation. Again, if there's something that I say that you don't quite understand it, you want a little bit more information, put it in there, okay? Take notes. I've got quite a bit of stuff to go through. What I don't want, and which happens quite often, is people get to the end of the presentation and they're like, wow, this is brilliant, but I've forgotten all of the first bits. So I really recommend that you start to take notes now, that you really understand what's going on. So if you can really note down step by step what I'm going to be talking about, it means at the end of the presentation, you are going to be able to look back and really understand in depth what we have been going over. This is some seriously cutting edge stuff. It's free of charge. I'm giving it to you right now on a plate, and I definitely recommend that you take notes. Finally, focus. If you've got any distractions going on around you, you got a dog barking, you got a kid running around, you got people texting you, whatever, yeah, please turn your phone off or put it on airplane mode, or even just put it on silent. Make sure that everyone around you, there's anyone that's bothering you or gonna get in the way or disturb your train of thought, give them something to do. Take a couple of minutes out now before I get started, and you know, give the kid a box of crayons, give the dog a bone, whatever it takes. Make sure that your environment right now is suitable for you to be able to focus, because as I said, I'm going to be going over some pretty serious stuff, and this is stuff that can literally change your life, as it has done for me, for Adam, and for countless other people. Okay, let's get started. So what we're going to cover today, we have some secrets. Secret number one: how to develop a business mindset. It's all well and good starting up a business. You can earn money. It's not that difficult to earn money. You can get a job and earn money, yeah. But if you don't have the right mindset, that money is easy come, easy go. You're never actually going to get wealthy from it. You're never going to get to the point that you can have a transformation in your life and actually stop working, okay? So business mindset, absolutely essential. We're going to go through that, and I'm sure a lot of you are going to get a lot of value from that. So secret number two: how to set up simple websites that pay £1,000 to £5,000 per month, even if you're not tech savvy, okay? So gone are the days that you've got to spend 3 years in school studying HTML, studying coding, all of that stuff just to get a website up and running. We have apps nowadays, literally apps on your computer, apps on your smartphone, and they do it all for you. It's very, very easy to get whatever it is that you want done cheaply, quickly. But in order to do that, you've got to know these apps, you've got to know how they work, and you've got to be able to use them in the right way. I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. Finally, secret number three: how to cut your learning curve by 90% and earn your first 4 figures in month one. Like I say, you don't want to be studying for 3 years how to work online, because at the end of your 3 years study, guess what? Everything that you've just learned is obsolete. It's already yesterday's news. If you want to be at the leading edge of the online industry, yeah, you want to be earning money whilst you are learning. So what we can show you is how you can literally skip 90% of the learning, learn 10%, implement it immediately, and start making money whilst you slowly start to learn all of the rest, okay? If that's something that resonates with you, be sure to stay around, hang around, because we're going to be showing you all of that later on in the presentation. I come bearing gifts. I'm not here empty-handed. I am going to share with you an opportunity to partner up and work one-on-one with 6-figure marketers. What's a 6-figure marketer, you might ask? These are people making 100 grand plus a year. They've already proven themselves to the world that they can succeed. They can generate a full-time income online, and these guys are going to be able to work with you. You're literally going to be able to rub shoulders with them, talk with them, learn from them, see what mistakes they made, see how they could better their business if they did it a second time. These are the guys that are going to help you out. If you want to start a business and do it by yourself, do it on your own, you're really going to struggle, particularly in this day and age, particularly with so much technological advances going on. It is essential that you are plugged in with people who already have the success that you want. They're the guys who are going to enable that success to happen with you, okay? I'm also going to give you a sneak peek look at our sales system. I'm going to show you behind the scenes. I'm going to show you exactly what it is that allows me to make the lifestyle that I live, allows Adam to live the life he's got, and allows each and every person who plugs in with our system, okay? So we're going to show you all of that, at the end of the presentation. And there's also a free bonus for each and every one of you. We're going to offer you a 10-minute business strategy coaching call with either myself, Adam, or one of the other leaders. And if at the end of this presentation you've got a few questions, or you want to just speak to somebody real and you know, have something confirmed, or you just want a bit of peace of mind, no problem. We'll give you the opportunity to jump on a phone call one-on-one with us afterwards, and we will be able to help you out and deal with any questions or concerns that you've got. Okay, all that is coming at the end. Hold on to the end of the presentation and I will be giving you full details of all of those 3 gifts. Okay, let's get going. Are you ready? If you're ready right now, I want you to comment in that box right now. Ready? Yeah, I want to see a whole bunch of people ready. So let's dive in. Comment in that box if you haven't already done so. And in a little while, Adam's going to come out and he's going to see what is going on in the comment box. Okay, so first of all, a little bit about myself. This was me, as I explained before. I was driving a truck up in the north of Scotland, literally just a couple of years ago. I had to do it. It wasn't by choice. I had no life whatsoever. Literally, I was sleeping out 5 or 6 nights a week. I had no time for my family. I had no time to see my daughter. I had no time for friends. I had no life, literally. I was earning decent money, but it just wasn't enough for me. I needed something different. So that is when I built the business that I currently have today. This is me with my daughter. This is me when I finally quit my job and I flew out to Vegas and I met up with my mentors. These are the guys that showed me the way. They showed me what to do, just like I am able to do now to literally thousands of other people. Here is a group of my mentors that I met up with Thailand. So because these guys literally, like myself, are able to travel the world, we can meet up in some stunning locations and still do work because we got 4G, we got Wi-Fi, we are connected pretty much everywhere in the world nowadays. Again, another mastermind meet out in Thailand again. And it is amazing the amount of people now who are plugged in online, who are literally traveling the world full time and making more money than they've ever made before, more money than their parents have ever made before. And literally they're redefining what is possible in business. This is not stuff that they teach you in school at all. Finally, this is me right now in my office. And I am totally in control of my life. I'm absolutely loving the life that I live. I'm so grateful for what I've got. And the only thing that I want to do now is to share this experience with as many people as possible. It wasn't always this way. I was born and raised in a small mining village in South Yorkshire. Yeah, I did not come from any kind of privileged background. I didn't even have a Facebook account until 3 years ago. I didn't understand social media. I didn't understand why people did it. I couldn't work out why people wanted to post pictures of their dinner online for everybody to see. It was something that was really foreign concept to me. 3 years ago, I realized how I could make A, money, and B, a massive impact using social media. Now my life is on social media. If you haven't seen it already, I'm pretty sure a quick search for Nate Wells and you'll be able to check it out. I dropped out of school age 16. Education was not for me. To be quite honest, after the age of 14, I didn't really go to school very much. But after 16, I could not get out quick enough. I wanted to start earning money. However, I was able to start my first company age 20. So I was always entrepreneurially minded. I always sought to do more. I did my first 6 figures year, a 6-figure year, that's 100 grand, yeah, online 10 years ago. I was using eBay. I was using quite traditional methods, definitely nothing to do with what I'm doing right now. And I will tell you a little bit more about that story later on in the presentation. I have had several successes and failures, as I mentioned before, since, and I am now retired and traveling the world full time. I'm grateful for every single mistake I've made and a whole lot more, because every single part of my life, good or bad, has brought me to this moment right now. I'm 43 years old and I've never been happier. Okay, so let's move on, and I'm going to show you exactly what it is that we got in store, because I'm pretty sure you're itching to know this information. So secret number one, are you ready? If you're ready, I want some readies put in that comment box. Comment down, ready, ready, ready. I want to see that, and let's move on straight away. How to create wealth rather than just simply making money. It is really easy to make money. Anybody can make money. All you got to do is work hard. You can get a job and make money, okay? But when you make money, often that money literally just easy come, easy go. It's gone, and you will never going to create wealth from that money. So let's talk about this more. It doesn't matter how many hours a day that you work. Really, it's not relevant. It doesn't matter how much money you have right now. Doesn't matter about your education. Doesn't matter where you're from. Doesn't matter where you're at in life. What matters is your wealth awareness, okay? And I'm going to show you this in a minute. What matters is your mindset, okay? So let's start out by taking a look at how people actually get successful. This is what you want, right? You got to know these two words. We got assets and we got liabilities. I'm sure you've heard of these words before, but I'm equally sure that you don't fully understand the meaning of these words. So what is an asset? An asset is literally something that puts money in your pocket. You buy it and it is a money tree. It continues to make money. What is a liability? A liability is something that takes money out of your pocket, okay? It's something that's going to cost you. It's something that because you own it, yeah, you are actually going to have less money as a result. Let's take a look at a house. This is just an example, by the way. It's a really good example to show the difference between an asset and liability. Now, we're taught at school that a house is an asset, okay? You buy it, it's yours, you own it, it's an asset, right? Well, not always the case. If you buy a house, you can do one of two things. The first thing, what most people would do, yeah, is you can live in it. When you live in a house, yeah, you move in. And when you move in, you have a ton of bills. You've got to pay your mortgage, or you've got to pay your rent. You've got to pay your electric. You've got to pay your heating. Yeah, you've got to pay council tax. You've got to pay for any kind of renovations or reparations on the house. It is literally a money pit, okay? So you're going to be burning money left, right, and center when you're living in a house. And honestly, if your house is like this, it ain't an asset, it's a liability. It's costing you money. It's costing you a ton of money. You might think, yeah, but I'll make some money because that house price is going up. Yeah, it might go up, but it's not going to go up as fast as it did 10, 15 years ago, okay? And the amount of money that it's going to cost you whilst you're living it means that it is a liability. Second example, you can rent it out, okay? So you've got your same house, and instead of living in it, you put a bunch of guys in it, and they're going to live in it, and they're going to pay you rent to live in it. All of a sudden, your house is an asset because you are earning money. You're earning money all the time from that property. Now, I'm not suggesting right now that you move out of your house and go and live in a caravan and then rent your house out or something like that. That's not what I'm saying. This is simply an example for you to understand the difference between an asset and a liability, because according to an accountant, everything that you own is an asset. But just because you own something doesn't actually make it an asset. Is it making you money? You need to ask yourself this question. Is it costing you money? Okay, so you can ask, does it work for you, or do you work for it? It's really important that you understand what is going on with these things that you own, because only once you've understood whether it's actually an asset or a liability can you start your trip on your road to wealth and success. Okay, so how come only some people get rich? It's very, very simple. Poor people only have expenses. So you're talking about people who don't make a lot of money, and every time that they get their paycheck, they come home and they've got to pay for their rent, they've got to pay for their bills, they've got to pay for their food, and there's nothing left. They live paycheck to paycheck, hand to mouth, whatever you want to call it, and they will never, ever get anywhere because their income equals, or maybe is not even as much as, their expenses, okay? Rich people, they invest in assets. So rich people will buy an extra house that they can rent out. They will do things that are going to bring more money to them. That means that their money, when they buy something that's going to produce more money, is always going to make them more money. They cannot fail to get richer and richer. This is how people get rich. But I assume right now that most people who are watching today belong to the middle classes. I know I consider myself middle class. Adam does. Pretty much everybody who is going to start a business is going to have that kind of middle class label put on them. Now, what is the problem with middle classes? Middle classes in the UK, at least, actually make fairly decent money. On a global scale, in the UK, middle classes make incredibly high sums of money, probably within the top 5% of earners in the world. The problem with middle classes is that even though they make decent money, that they buy liabilities with that money, because we're taught that we make money and we have to consume. We have to buy crap that we don't really need. And that stuff that we buy is going to cost us more money. So the middle classes, they're buying liabilities that they actually think are assets. They're like, okay, if I buy a brand new car, I own it. It's an asset. But that brand new car, you've just lost 30% of its value the moment you drive it off the forecourt. Then you've got to insure it. You've got to pay for petrol. Yeah, it is an absolute asset. It's an absolute liability. So if I was to follow society's advice, I would work hard, I'd get better jobs, I'd get promotions, and I would increase my income. That's what everybody does, right? It's called the rat race, the ladder to success. But once I've done that, once I've increased my income, I'm going to go and buy these. I'm going to go and buy myself a new house, BMW, fancy holidays, expensive gifts for my wife or girlfriend, the latest iPhone each year, maybe even a weekend house in the countryside. I would constantly need to increase my income to pay for my liabilities. So I might think that I have it all. My friends might admire all of my new stuff. I might look rich, but I will never be rich unless I change my mindset. Now, listen to me here. There is nothing wrong with having a job, nothing wrong at all. Most of you, when you're starting out your business, you're going to need to have a job in order to pay for your living expenses, in order to look after you whilst your business is getting up and running. Once you're successful in your business is going to look after you. But until you get there, you really want to look after your business pretty well, okay? So there's nothing at all wrong with having a job, but you've got to learn to invest your income in assets. Yeah, you're making all of that money. Make that money work for you. Put that money to use. Make that money make even more money. And then all of a sudden, you're going to find yourself in a position where you don't need that job quite as much, or maybe even you don't need that job at all. Let's run through some examples. Examples of assets: real estate that generates income. Yeah, if you buy yourself a house and rent it out, as we demonstrated before, obviously you're going to make money straight back. Business opportunities, they are everywhere if you look around. There are always opportunities for you to invest and make money. A lot of people are scared of making investments, true, but to be quite honest, I would be more scared of working till I was 65 doing a job that I didn't like, rather than investing in various businesses. You can invest in stocks, bonds, and shares. Now, I'm not talking about trading. I'm not talking about buying stuff and selling it the next day. I'm talking about making a long-term investment, because every year you get a cut of the company's profits. Yeah, it's a dividend. So you are always going to make money with that. And if ever you want to sell it, you can sell it as well. So you're never going to lose out buying stocks and bonds over time. Education is also an asset. If you're going to pay for an education that is going to give you a skill that's going to allow you to make even more money, it is absolutely an asset, okay? So what really blows my mind is when people tell me this. So as a business coach, I am always showing people how they can set up and start a business, okay? But the answer that I get from so many people is this: what if I lose money with my business? Now, yes, it is possible. There are no guarantees. There are no guarantees in life. There's no guarantees that when you cross the road in the morning, you're actually going to survive and get to the other side, right? So what happens if I lose money with my business? Now, the people who ask me these questions, what is the first thing that I do when somebody asks me a question like that? I hit them up on social media. I go onto their Facebook, I stalk them, I take a look at what it is that's going on in their life, and 9 times out of 10, this is what I see. I see them on Facebook with a brand new car bought on credit. I see a nice house which is paid off monthly with a mortgage. I see them going on fancy holidays that they put all over Instagram, paid for with their credit card. and I see them holding their new iPhone 10. Okay. Now, they're worried about losing money from their business, yet they've just lost money with this brand new car that they bought on credit. They lose money because they're paying interest off every month when they pay for their car. They're losing money on their house because, they're paying off huge amounts of interest. They're losing money on these fancy holidays because they probably don't need to go on holidays that are so fancy, and they certainly don't need to pay for them with their credit card at high interest rates. And lastly, they're getting the new iPhone 10 every single year. There is a new model of iPhone, or maybe not even every single year. It's even more recent, soon than that, and they have to keep paying, quite a bit of money to keep up to date with the latest technology. So they are happy to lose money all throughout their lives, but they're scared about losing money in business. Now, all of these things is money going out the window. Whereas with a business, if your business works for you, your business is going to look after you for the rest of your life. Personally, even if I was to lose all of my money tomorrow, the lessons alone would be more valuable than watching The Apprentice on a yet to be paid 405-inch TV. Okay, I hope you get my point. So you're starting to get the picture, right? Yeah. Comment right in the comment box below, and let me know if you understand. If you're not understanding, if there's something that I'm saying that grates with you, or you don't like it, or whatever, let me know. Yeah, I'm perfectly happy to have a conversation and to answer any questions live during this presentation. Even if you've been getting it wrong all of your life, you can always change your mindset today. It is never too late. Okay, so I hope you've understood this. I'm not asking you all to literally go out and stop buying all of these things and stop doing the things that you like to do. I just want you to understand the impact that it's having on your life, on your ability to create wealth and to actually generate wealth afterwards. Okay. Here's some interesting facts for you. We have a situation now that most workers' real wages have barely budged for decades. So yes, your pay goes up every year. You keep getting a pay rise. You're seeing more money go in your bank. It's like, oh, I'm getting way more money than my father got when he was my age. And it looks really nice and it makes you feel really good. But when you actually go to the supermarket and you add up the price of food, which is always going up, and you add up the price of property, which is going up, and you add up the price of petrol, which is always going up, right? Do you actually have any more money in real terms? The chances are you have exactly the same money that your father had, maybe even less in what you can actually buy with that money. The next generation is going to work longer and retire later. This is a survey suggests that. You don't even need a survey for that. In the UK now, you've got to work until you're 68 years old, for a man at least, until you can retire on a state pension. Now, that number, who knows what it's going to be by the time you get to retire? Yeah, in the next 20 years, maybe they'll put it up another 5 times like they have done in the last few years. So there is no guarantee anymore. Don't feel that sense of security that your grandfather had, whereas, okay, he goes to work for a company for every single day all of his life, and then after he gets a decent pension, he gets a retirement. Simply doesn't work like that anymore. Britain has got more billionaires than ever before. So there's some good news. There is a lot of wealth being generated, but it's being generated by a very small percentile. I mean, we often hear about the 1%. Yeah, the 1% of people who make all the wealth. It's simply, these are the guys who've understood it. They've understood how to make wealth, how to keep wealth, and how to generate more wealth, which is what I'm teaching you right now. The majority of millennials doubt that they can ever become millionaires. Now, this saddens me because millennials have been gifted an opportunity that I certainly didn't have when I was young, which is they've grown up with the internet. They've grown up with social media. Now, if they can use it effectively rather than just be using it for their own personal gratification, there is a lot of money to be made online nowadays, particularly if you understand it. Okay, so from grad student to social media millionaire, there are people literally graduating and already making millions of pounds, dollars, whatever, in an online business that they have created whilst they were at school. We got teachers who used to earn 45 grand a year, now able to make 45 grand a month because they've set up online and they're able to teach students all over the world via Skype, via Zoom calls, They're able to put up videos onto YouTube that get millions of views, and they get advertising revenue as a result of that. So it's a really good time for anybody who's got any kind of skill, anything that they want to teach. There's a lot of people who are very happy to pay for that. We got social media millionaires. Obviously, we all know Zuck here, but you've got people making 8 grand for an Instagram photo, 25 grand for a Vine, 35 grand for a Snapchat. If you've got the right followers for the market, people are happy to pay you a lot of money to promote for them. Social media marketing generated 7 million in affiliate sales for this entrepreneur. The amount of money that we can get is sums that we would never have even believed possible just a few years ago, right? And now we are able to get literally crazy amounts of money from the internet. All we've got to do is set everything up right. We got here a homeless man becomes a millionaire online. It is not, there's not a barrier anymore to getting business. If you want to set up a business, traditionally, it's going to cost you a ton of money. It's going to be a lot of effort. Online, literally, it is open to anybody. Sure, you're going to need a little bit of money to invest, but you don't need crazy sums of money, hundreds of thousands of pounds like you had to invest a few years ago if you were to set up a traditional bricks and mortar business. So wake up, guys. It is 2018. There are killers on the loose, and I'm pretty sure you already are very familiar with these killers. So check out Netflix. Netflix killed off Blockbusters. Who goes to rent out DVDs anymore? In fact, who even buys DVDs anymore? Nobody. Why? Because we can literally access every single video, movie, TV show, whatever that has ever been produced online. There are various services just like Netflix that allow us at our fingertips to watch whatever we want whenever we want. Who the hell wants to go to Blockbusters? Blockbusters was the absolute king of the high street and has died a very quick and sudden death to the hands of Netflix. Airbnb is in the process of killing the hotel industry. Yeah, Airbnb doesn't own a single room, yet they are the biggest hotel company in the world right now. If I am going to go to a city anywhere in the world, the first place I'm going to look for accommodation is Airbnb. Why? Because for the same price that I can rent out a mediocre hotel room, I can get a fat villa or a nice apartment with a swimming pool on Airbnb, where I have a kitchen, I have all the place to myself. It is way better value for money. It's super convenient. You can check it out with a few clicks on an app. And again, convenience is winning over. The whole hotel industry is really suffering. They're having to rethink their game. We got Skype that's killed off international phone calls. International phone calls used to be grainy, sketchy, really bad quality, and crazy expensive. And right now, Skype, WhatsApp, a bunch of other companies, you can use them and you can call for free anybody, anywhere in the world. The quality of the communication is like they're sitting next door. It has revolutionized the communication, and it's made the world so much smaller and more convenient to live in. Uber is killing taxis. Why would you wait on the side of a road on a cold, wet Saturday night for a taxi when you can get your app out, you can grab an Uber, you can watch its progress, you know exactly what car is coming, you know who the driver is, you know what his rating is, you know how much it's going to cost you to get back home. Taxis, again, they are suffering right now at the hands of Uber. Uber doesn't own any cars. All they do is they connect drivers with cars with passengers who want to go somewhere. Yeah, really smart idea, and it is working very well. Skyscanner, why do you want to go down to your local travel agent where Skyscanner is going to give all of the best prices? In fact, if you do go to your travel agent, the chances are all they're going to do is look on Skyscanner themselves, because they will get the best flight for you in seconds. You can book it there and then on the app. It is really revolutionary. Now, all of these companies, these 5 companies here, I'm pretty sure that you've heard of each and every one of them, because they are now household names internationally, right? Now, these companies, how many of them existed 10 years ago? I'll tell you, pretty much none. I think Skype maybe a little bit more than 10 years. The rest of them is literally this decade or the last 10 years, they've come about. Not only have they done really well for themselves, they have become the global industry leaders in less than a decade. Yeah, it is absolutely incredible what is going on at the moment, and everything points to the fact that online is the place to be if you want to be making money. So it comes as no surprise when the world's 3 biggest companies are all tech. We got Amazon, we got Google, or their parent company that they call Alphabet, and we have Apple. These companies are the 3 biggest companies in the world. They don't produce steel, they don't mine stuff, they're not oil companies. Yeah, they are tech companies. And again, they're not very old. I think Amazon is just about over 15 years old. Google, same thing, about 15 years old. Apple's a bit older, it's about 40 years old, but Apple has only become what it really is today ever since the iPod. Before, they were niche computer company, and they didn't have the world presence that they have. Ever since the iPod, ever since the iPhone, Apple has become crazy. So these companies, again, they're all tech, they're all new. They are the 3 biggest companies in the world right now. So why are all of these companies coming out? Why are they getting the success that they've got? It's quite simple. There are 3.3 billion people online at the moment, and this number is growing every single day. So let's put that into context. Take 1 million people, put them in a line, count them one by one. It's going to take you 11 days. That's taking 1 second per person and never stopping. Take 1 billion people in a line and count them one by one. It's going to take you 31 years, which is absolutely huge. So 3.3 billion people is going to take you over 103 years. And if that was physically possible, which it obviously isn't, by the time that you would actually get to the end of that line, there's probably going to be another 10 billion people online, because the world population is growing really quickly and more people are able to get online on a daily basis. Even in developing countries around the world, places where traditionally people think that they're poor, everyone has a smartphone. Everybody's connecting, everybody's online. The internet is now mainstream and it is accessible to all. Okay, in other words, our marketplace is literally infinite. There will never be a shortage of customers online. Why? Because there are every single day more and more people online. The people who've been online for a while and who were scared of using it as a marketplace, they're becoming more accustomed to it. And day by day, more and more people want to do business online, want to buy stuff online, want to spend money online. It is exactly where you need to be right now if you want to make money. So the golden question is this: you have understood the importance of having a business, right? I'm assuming you have. So I want you to tell me this. I want you to tell me what are the most important qualities that you need in your future business. You want to set up a business, you want to set up a business online. What do you need that business to be? So I want to ask you this question, and I want you to comment your answers in the box. And in a minute, Adam's going to come out and he's going to check those answers. Now, I am going to tell you my answers. I'll tell you right now, the most important qualities that I need in my future business, or in my business as it is, I need an awesome product. I don't sell crap. I don't want to sell anything that is not going to benefit people, that people don't want. So I only want to sell stuff that is highly sellable and that people are going to absolutely love when they have them in their lives. I want something with a high rate of commission. I do not want to be selling stuff for pence, okay? People do that. I know people who make money with that, but they have to make literally thousands of sales on a daily basis in order to make just a little bit of money. That's not for me. I want to make a lot more money with a lot less sales. So a high rate of commission is essential. I want something that's easy to sell. I do not want to be pushing stuff on people. I want to have a product that people want to buy. I want to get paid daily. There are some companies out there, for example, any company that puts their products in supermarkets, the supermarkets are lucky to get paid within the next 6 months, even if they make a sale. So I want to get paid immediately. Every time I make a sale, I want to get paid exactly, well, maybe not at that time, but I want to get paid within the next week, let's say. Yeah, I'm not going to be waiting for months and months for money that is owed to me. I want to work alongside established companies. Yeah, I do not work with tech startups. I do not work with people who are trying their luck in the market. Yeah, I want to work with companies who already have a solid market position. They're not going to go anywhere. They're not going to disappear overnight. They're not going to go bankrupt. Yeah, I only work with established companies. I want to work from home or wherever I choose. Really essential for me, this one. I want to be in control of where I'm at. I currently choose to work from home. I'm very happy to work from home. But last week I decided I was going to go to a beach on an island for a few days. I was able to do that. 2 weeks ago, I jumped on a plane and went out to the Philippines for a week. I was able to do that. I am in control. I'm the one that decides where it is that I want to be. I don't have to ask the boss or anybody like that what to do. I want to belong to an amazing community. Okay, really important. Just because I work online doesn't mean I want to be lonely, working all by myself with no support, with nobody around. Really important to me. I want the ability to expand. If I want to grow my business, if I'm not happy with making £5,000 a month and I want to make 10, I want to be able to do that. If I'm not happy with 10 and I want to make 20, I want to do that. If I'm not happy with 20 and I want to make 100, I want to be able to do that, okay? And much, much more. So these are the things that are important to me. I want you to comment in the box. I'm hoping some of you have commented already. And let me know if you agree. Maybe all of these things that I put there are exactly what you would want to. Maybe there's a few other things that are important to you. I'm going to hand you over to Adam right now. And let's see if there are any comments about this or about anything else going on out there. And I'm going to grab a glass of water because my voice is starting to go. So over to you, Adam.
Yeah, you get a drink, Nate. Yeah, so we got quite a lot of viewers on this evening, but we have got a really quiet audience. We've got, I think it's Apostolia, who's watching quite closely as well, who commented ready before. But yeah, we've got a really quiet audience tonight, Nate. So no one's actually mentioned sort of anything about what you just went through there, what the best qualities are to have when running an online business. I'm presuming that everyone sort of agrees with what you said there. There's quite a few important values for myself as well. Probably the main one was near the bottom, which was a community of people, which I'm sure we'll touch on a bit later in the slides. But yeah, that was one of the main ones for me. I didn't want to feel like I was going to be on my own, like you said. So yeah, any comments that people are thinking about, just drop them in. And as we go through, I will answer them in the chat, or Nate will answer them as he goes through the slides as well. So yeah, let's sort of crack on and see what else we've got to go through, Nate.
Nice one, Adam. Yeah, if you are watching right now, yeah, some people don't like to comment. I know that. If you're a little bit shy, that's fine, understood. But please try to be a little bit more interactive. I'm very happy to answer any questions you've got. So just so you know, I'm not here just to preach. Yeah, I'm here as a source of information. If you've got stuff that you want to ask somebody who has already got the success as an online business owner, feel free to ask away. I'm more than happy to answer you. I'm an upfront guy. Okay, so let's jump straight back in and go over secret number 2. Get rid of that. So secret number 2, how to profit from the hottest trends on the internet, even if you don't have a product to sell. Now, a lot of people, they come to me and they're like, yeah, but I don't know what I'm going to sell. Well, we got that covered. You don't need to have your own product. I'm going to show you exactly what you can do. All right. So the 3 components of a profitable online business are as such. Now, if you've not been taking notes so far, I strongly suggest that you do so now. We have high ticket products and services. What's high ticket? High ticket for me is products that cost over £1,000. I don't really want to sell anything that costs less than £1,000, because by doing so, it means I've got to sell a hell of a lot more volume in order to make the same amount of commission. So personally, high ticket only. I've got to have a high converting sales system. Now, that is kind of like a bunch of very small websites, a few YouTube videos, and then a shopping cart at the end of it, okay? So a sales system is just a mixture of all of these different products, and you put them together, and it allows people to, first of all, access you online. Secondly, watch videos and learn about your products, and thirdly, and most importantly, to actually buy those products. Okay, high converting means that people who come into the system, they are more willing to buy. Finally, obviously, you need high quality traffic. Now, traffic is a term that we use online for customers or potential customers. Now, in a normal business, like if you have a high street store, your traffic are the people who are walking by every single day who may or may not come in. Online, we find our traffic on social media. So social media, we go there, we can be very specific by going to certain places on social media to find a certain kind of person who we already know is going to be interested in what we are selling. So 3 components here, put them together right, and you can make a ton of cash simply. Yeah, but it's all about getting them right, position them in the right way, and that is why you need a mentor. That is why you need the support of somebody who has already done it. So did you know 9 out of 10 times a purchase is made online, somebody gets paid a commission? It normally happens behind the scenes, and as a customer, you don't even know that it is happening. So you're going to Google and you're searching on Google for your, I don't know, your ice skates or whatever it is that you want to buy, and then you'll see a link comes up on Google for iceskates.com, and then you click on iceskates.com and you see the ice skates that you want, and you click on them and you buy them, where actually somebody who put that link on Google in the first place is going to be taking 10, maybe even 20% of the price of the ice skates. Now, you didn't know that happened. It didn't change your buying or your customer experience in any way, but you need to know that there are a lot of people out there who are making money from you online already without you knowing about it. So who are these somebodies? Here is a word that you need to write down. They are called affiliates. Now, an affiliate is somebody who has an arrangement with a company, and that company is going to give them commission on any sale that they put towards them. Okay, so let me explain. I'll explain to you about that a little bit more later. So what if you knew how to get the right offer in front of the right people? Instead of somebody else earning that commission, it was you. Okay, so this is what it's all about. These people who are making money when you are buying something online, what if you were one of these people? What if you were able to make commission when other people buy stuff online? That would be pretty cool, right? So here are some companies with affiliate programs. I'm going to talk to you more about how affiliate works in a minute. We got Amazon, Walmart, Groupon, eBay, Expedia, Best Buy, Apple, iTunes, and the list goes on and on. In actual fact, you can simply Google search any company you like, followed by the world's affiliate program, and the chances are something is going to pop up. So here you go. Tesco's has got one. We got here Apple. We got here John Lewis, traditional store, but they got a modern way of selling. Most people think that they need to create their own product, yeah, in order to make money online. And I'm going to show you here that it's simply not the case. Now, I thought that at first. My first online business, I was selling my own products. I did make money, yes, but I lost money at the end of it. Let me tell you my story. Okay, let me jump out of this presentation. All right, you can see me now. So about 12 years ago, I started selling products on eBay. I saw that eBay was a really good way of connecting with people. Obviously, a lot of people who wanted to buy stuff, they looked on there. You had auctions, you had different ways of selling stuff. And I wanted to get involved. So I needed a product. I didn't know what to sell. So I figured the best thing that I could do would be to go out to Asia, go to the factories where they're making things really, really cheaply, buy up things in the factories that I think could be sold in the UK, ship them back to the UK, and then sell them online. So that basically means that I'm buying from the factory and I'm selling to the customer. So all these middlemen that are usually in the way, I bypass all of them and I can just make the whole profit for myself. So what did I do? I flew out to these factories. I would find products that I liked. When I find those products, it's not a question of just saying, yeah, I want that one and paying money. No, you've got to take the guys in the factory, you got to wine them, you got to dine them, you got to take them out, show them a good time, and really develop relationships. It's all about relationships. Once you've got the relationships, then you can start to negotiate, you can start to make deals. So I'd find products, I'd make the relationships, I would make a deal, and then I'd have to pay. Now, you don't just pay with a credit card, you have to pay with cash. So I would literally be going up with bags of cash, putting it down, and it's a little bit risky when you're out in another country and you're dealing with people that you don't know that well, and you're talking about thousands of pounds worth of products that you're buying. So you pay in cash and they give you the products and you get it in a container. So next you got to move that container by truck to a warehouse somewhere. So you take it to a warehouse, then you got to open every single box. Every single product has to be checked. You have to do quality control on everything to make sure that what you're actually going to be selling to your customers in the UK is going to be worthwhile selling, because the last thing you want is a load of defective items that are just going to have to be sent back. Okay, so everything has to be checked. You've got to then wrap it all back up, put it in boxes, put it back in a container, ship it over to the UK. It takes about 6 weeks for that to happen, at which point all the time, this is your investment. Your money is literally floating in a boat. You can't do anything with it. You can't sell it, so you can't make more money. You can't buy more stuff, yeah? So eventually what happens, it arrives in the UK. It's got to get landed, so it's got to get taken off the boat. You get paid. You have to pay for that. Then it goes through customs. You have to pay for that. Then it has to be shipped to your home address, which you have to pay for, obviously. When it gets to your home address, you got to store it. I had a 5-bedroom house with 4 bedrooms stacked floor to ceiling with product, right? So I had a nice house, but I wasn't able to use it. Then it was the easy bit. So I was on eBay and I would put listings up and people would buy my stuff. I'd wake up every morning, I'd have a ton of orders, load of money in my PayPal. It was great. But then all of these orders, I had to go in the boxes, I had to fish out the right item, the right size, shape, color, whatever. And then I would have to put it in a mailing bag, seal it, print out an address label, put that on the mailing bag, take it down to the post office. I'd have to pay for it all to go out to get sent to people. Excuse me. There's a lot of people who are unable to get the right size, color. Maybe they make a mistake when they're ordering. Particularly, remember, this was back in the early days of the internet. People didn't really know how it worked. So I would end up with a lot of returns, a lot of refunds, and I would have to deal with all of those. It was a constant headache. So I actually lost my business. I lost my business in 2008. In 2008, the crisis, the crash, whatever you want to call it, happened, and all of a sudden nobody wanted to buy. Everybody was scared to spend money. So I had a ton of product that I couldn't sell. So I had to sell it at really discounted prices. I lost a lot of money on it, and that was the end of that business. So it is quite risky too. What do I do now? So I still sell money. I still sell stuff online, but I don't own a product ever. I do not do anything at all that will put a risk on me. So I don't go out buying up products. What do? Is I find companies that already sell products. So they've already got a product, one that I like. Yeah. So they got a product, and not only do they have the product, but they've got all of the infrastructure. So they are already doing the quality control in their factories, wherever their factories are. They're already shipping it over to Europe or to the UK or wherever. They already have their own warehouses. They actually already have their own websites, and they already have their own delivery companies. They already have their own shipping departments. They already have the ability to take the money from the customers. They already have that after sales service department. So if the customer's not happy, if they bought the wrong item or whatever, they have the after sales service to deal with the customers. So they actually have everything already set up. So you're probably asking at this point, why do they need you, Nate? Well, they want to make more money, don't they? Every company wants to make more money. So if they're already selling a certain amount of stock through their website and they're happy with that, that's great. But most companies want to sell a bit more. So if I'm able to push more customers to their website to buy their products, they're happy, right? Of course they are. And their happiness results in more money. And because they're getting more money, they're actually happy to pay me some of that money in order for me to keep pushing people towards their website, right? You understand? So what I do in actual fact is I find the company who already has a product that I want to sell, and I affiliate with this company. That means that I make a deal with them. They give me a little number, an ID, a code, whatever it is. And that code means that whenever somebody clicks on my link, they will then go onto the original website of the company, but the company knows that I'm the guy that sent them there. So they go to the company, they make the same transaction, they pay the same price that they would have paid anyway, yeah? And the company then, as a little thank you to me, they send me 10%, 15%, okay? So it's basically my way of making decent money without having to really own anything or sell anything. All I do is I put a customer who wants a product in touch with a company who wants to sell a product. They come together, I stand back, I do nothing else, and I get paid. Yeah? Means that I am free. I don't have any stock to deal with. I don't have to worry about all of the after sales service or any of that. All I am is a middleman, and I make commission from that. Now, when I first started out, you can become an affiliate with pretty much any company online. A lot of websites online, they have free affiliate programs, like Amazon, for example. You can go on there, you can become an affiliate for free. Every time you want to sell an Amazon item, yeah, from your own website or wherever, yeah, you are going to get paid about 10% commission, which is cool. Some people are happy with that. I'm not. I want more than that. I want to have a better way of making sales for me. So I have spent the last couple of years finding the very best products, the very best companies that sell high ticket items, and companies that also give high ticket commissions back. So what I do is I work with companies that are not just going to give me 10%. That's not enough for me. I want 20, 30, 40, sometimes even 50%. And I can find these, and I have companies already that I work with that are giving me 50% commission. Now, when I'm selling an item that costs £2,000, for example, and I get 50% commission, that's £1,000 in my pocket every time I make a sale. Not bad, right? How many sales would it take for you to be able to quit your job if you're making £1,000 every time you make a sale? 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah? You wouldn't have to make that many sales a month in order to be able to really equal your income, okay? So that is where I'm at. That is what I do. I do affiliate marketing now. I don't buy products. I don't own products. I don't ship products. I don't deal with customers. All I do is I make an introduction between a customer and a company, and the company pay me commission. Understood? So let me jump back into the screen share, and I'm going to go on a little bit more. If you've understood that, that's really great. Comment in the box that you've understood. If you haven't and you got any questions, please let me know, and me and Adam will answer them a little bit later for you. All right? So what's next? You've got yourself a product, all right? You've found your product. You've got your affiliate product that you've found. How do you actually get people to buy it? Most people think that they need a fancy website to make money online, okay? If you want to be selling stuff, you need to have a fancy website. I don't agree with that, but let's go along with this for now. For a fancy website, you need a web developer. You're not going to be able to build it by yourself. You're going to get charged £1,000 to £20,000 for that website. Yes, websites are not cheap, okay? You're going to have to guess whether or not it makes money or not. Nobody knows whether your online business is going to work until you've tested it out, okay? You're going to have to wait for weeks, if not months, yeah, to really find out whether it's going to work or not, and you're going to have to wait for that website to get delivered. You're going to have no control whatsoever over your site. Every time you want to tweak it, update it, change it, you have to call this guy. You're going to wait for him to have time, and then you're going to have to wait for his bill afterwards. So what happens at this case if it doesn't work? You just wasted thousands of pounds and weeks of waiting. You're going to start all over again. And at this point, most people simply give up. Now, you don't want to be at this position. The last thing you want, and I've seen so many people do it, is to put everything you've got into a online business only for it to fail because you just lost all of your money and you now just don't believe it. You think that you're unable to make that money online, so you're never going to try it again. So tell me this, which method do you prefer? Would you rather just like we showed in that example, spend a ton of money and look super slick and have this amazing website? Or how about keeping things really simple, making money, yeah, for sure, but spending a whole lot less? Now, here's an example of a website that I'm sure most of you know. It's Starbucks. They're a multi-billion-dollar company. They've got enough cash to build a decent website, and this is indeed a sexy website. There are clickables all over. You've got all these different panes. You've got your drinks there. You've got lots of menus. You've got drop-down lists. You've got a search bar. It's a good website, and they are, as I said, a billion-dollar company, and they can afford to put up a website like this. Now, I don't want a website like that. I want something that's simple but very effective. So I'm going to introduce you to the kind of websites that I use. We call it $1 million website template. Simple name, simply because there are literally thousands of companies all over the world right now today making millions of dollars on a daily basis using this exact same template. So if you are writing stuff down, you want to write this down now. This template is really, really important. First of all, we put an ad on social media, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, you name it. You put the ad on social media, people see your ad, they like it, they click on it, and they go through and they get to this page, which is called a landing page. On the landing page, we don't sell anything. On the landing page, we give people something cool. We give them what they call a big promise. Now, imagine that you have a restaurant and you want to promote your restaurant and you want to have more customers. So how about giving the customers a free drink or a free dessert? Yeah. So imagine that's the promise that you're going to give. You're going to give them a free dessert for the restaurant. Now, people are like, cool, that's free. I want something for free. So I'll have the free dessert. How do I get it? Well, we send them it by a coupon. How do we send them the coupon? We send it by email. So the people, they then put in their name and their email address in order to get the coupon that's going to give them their free dessert. Understood? So at this point, they've just put in the name and their email address, and they click on it, and we take them through to the headline offer. Now, this is where we really want to sell something. Now, the headline offer is could be absolutely anything, and we give them a video in order for them to check it out, in order for them to become educated on the actual product, to see why they need the product in their life, and to purchase the product if they so wish. So they see the headline, they see the video, and now we have a shopping cart, yeah, a buy now button. They can click on that, and that would allow us to get paid. Now, in a fantasy world, that would be amazing. But in the real world, what happens is people, they go, they see the offer, they like it, but nobody wants to be pressured into buying stuff. And nobody wants to be buying stuff without actually really thinking about it beforehand. So they say, okay, it's cool, I like it, I want it, but maybe not now. What do? They go back to their Facebook, they go back to their Instagram, they start texting their mate on WhatsApp, whatever it is, and they forget all about it. Now, how do we get these customers back? Because they've just left our website, they're doing something else right now, so they're somewhere else on the internet. What we do is we start to email them, because remember here, we've got their name and their email address. So we start sending them emails. These emails are building up a rapport, building up relationship between ourselves and the customers. They are educating the customers further. They're reminding the customer about the offer that they were already interested in. And usually it takes between 5 and 12 emails before the customer decides that he's ready to buy the item. Now, in the email, we put these links, and the links will link straight back to the thank you page. So this time, the guy, he clicks on the link in the email, he comes back to the thank you page, but he has already made up his mind to buy. He already has his credit card in his hand, waiting to click on that buy now button. So when they come back after the email, they are ready to buy, and at this point, we start to get paid. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Write in the comment box, makes sense. Yeah, if it doesn't make sense to you, let me know and I will address it further. Okay, so you might be thinking that, mate, that's really cool, but I have no idea how to do all of that stuff. So what I'm going to do now in secret number 3 is I'm going to show you how you can do all of this. Yeah, very, very easily indeed. Adam, is there anything that is going on in the chat? Is there anything that we need to talk about or address, or should I just carry straight on?
Yeah, again, we've again got a bit of a quiet audience, but everyone seems to be still watching us with interest. So yeah, let's sort of have a look, see what we've got in store for secret number 3.
Okay, cool. I'm happy to work with a bunch of introverts. I'm an introvert myself. I don't like commenting. I don't like putting myself out there. So if you belong to the introvert clique, let's carry on and let's let you know how this is going to work. So here we're going to show you how you can cut your learning curve by 90% and earn your first 4 figures online in month 1. What do we mean by that? 4 figures is $1,000. Month 1 is the first month in your business, and you really want to be in a position in your business that you can start earning straight away. The last thing you want is a business that is going to take you 2 or 3 years before you make any money, because unless you've got a huge amount of capital to start off with, you're going to really struggle to keep that business up and running until you actually start making a revenue. Okay, so what do you need to get started online? Normally, to get started online, you need ClickFunnels. ClickFunnels is how I build my websites. It's a really cool app. Takes a lot of the hard work out of website building, but it's not cheap. You got to pay between $1,000 and $3,500 a year for ClickFunnels. Facebook advertising, the sky's the limit. Aweber is what sends all of these automated emails out to the customers. It costs between $240 and £2,700 a year. We got Webinar Jam, which allows us to go live and put ourselves in front of the customers on their screens. Costs up to 700 quid. We got ClickMagick to get all of that data together, and that costs you £800 a year. In total, you're going to be paying between $3,500 and $9,000 a year just for all of these products to start online, and that doesn't even include learning how to use them. Yeah, they're not easy to use, particularly at first. So normally you need to know all of this. You need to know how to find profitable offers. You need to know about high converting sales funnels. You got to know about capture pages, autoresponders, email marketing, Facebook, Google, paid ads, training. You got to be able to film ad videos. You got to split test and optimize your ads. You got to be able to use social media marketing. You got to host live webinars. You need to be able to run consultative sales calls, and you need to understand about data tracking. Now, if you've got a headache after hearing all of that, I've got a headache after saying it all. It's a lot of things that you need to learn before you start your business. It's not the most fun process starting out. However, once you're up and running and once you've got it all working and you have an automated system working for you, it is a lot of fun and it is very rewarding. Okay, but what if 90% of this process was automated for you? What if I was to hand you a high converting offer which is proven to get results? What if I was to build your capture pages for you? What if I was to build your autoresponder? What if I was to write the emails that you need to send to your leads and send them on your behalf to build up relationships with your customers? How about if I was to handle all of the sales presentations and the webinars, all of the live stuff? Not everybody wants to jump in front of a camera. What happens if I was to handle your high ticket sales calls for you? Sometimes you're going to have to jump on a phone call with a customer. Some people are really squeamish about that. Some people are not sure how to do sales. What if I did all of that for you? What if I was to close the sales for you? What would you have to do? All you have to do is this. You got to do the remaining 10%, which is to follow our over-the-shoulder click-by-click training on sending traffic. So the remaining 10% is about finding people on social media and sending them into the automated system. So how did Project Q1 automate business? We get the traffic, all right? All of these people come from social media. This is your job. Then you put it into the high converting sales system, the funnel, which is like, you know, the websites with the YouTube videos and the shopping cart at the end of it. Everything gets automated from this point on. The suppliers and the customers get linked together. So that way we can start to get commission, we get residual income, and at that point you get paid. Start to make sense? So the proof is in the pudding. If you're not sure whether this works or not, listen up, because you are here today on this masterclass. This is the proof that it's working, okay? Because you saw an ad. You saw an ad on social media. You clicked on it. You opted in. And now you're here with us today learning about an opportunity. Now, the only question is, if we show you exactly how to do all of this, are you actually going to do it? Because you are the only variable. I've given you all the information. I've given you an abundance of information. It's up to you. Are you one of the people who is actually going to run with it, or are you one of these people who are going to say, well, that's really cool, but I'm just going to go to work tomorrow morning and carry on getting paid at the end of every month? If that's up to you, that's fine. But we need action takers. And if you want success, if you want an online business, it is down to you to take that action. So the work is actually pretty easy. So what you got to do is you got to build a fan page on Facebook. It's completely free of charge. Facebook will allow you to do that. Then you're going to be running ads. People are going to be clicking on your ads, and they're going to be registering for a presentation. Once they register for that presentation, they're going to come through. Their spot has been reserved. And at that point, people, they go into the automated system and they will buy products. Once they buy products, we get paid, right? But this is really important. It is not about the money. It is about the lifestyle. I have no interest in working 15, 18 hours a day to be the best of my game. What I want is to have a decent amount of money, but a lifestyle that I can enjoy. I want to be able to travel whenever I want. I want to be able to eat in nice restaurants. I want to be able to stay in nice hotels. I want to enjoy my life, right? And why not? I believe that I deserve that, and I'm pretty sure that that resonates with you too, because there is no reason that we need to really sweat ourselves and push ourselves all day long just to life that goes with it, right? So how do you actually make money with Project Q1? To build an income, you need to promote best-selling high-ticket products. Products that are going to earn you between £300 and £3,000 commission on a single sale. So we have a black box business model. This is a business model that I have spent the last few years putting together, working with companies that give us really good rates of commission on excellent products. And let me show you a little bit about what's inside of it. So we only work with international companies. That means that I can sell products anywhere in the world. There's no limits to where I can sell. I only work with reputable and established companies. So I don't want to work with anybody who has just got started. I don't care about how good your idea is. Unless you are up and running for the last 10 years, improving your business, I don't want to work with you. I don't want to be selling your products. So we only work with established companies. We only sell products that people actually want. They do not want to be selling any crap that is, not good for the customer. I'm a legitimate businessman, and I want to do well for not only myself, but for the customer that I'm serving. I want to be making high commissions, obviously. I don't want to have to sell thousands of items just to be able to make ends meet. I don't want any stock. That's what I did in my former business. The last thing I want to do is have a ton of stock in my house. I don't want to be paying for it either. So there's no stock. I don't have to buy any stock before I sell it. I don't want to be shipping anything. I don't want to have any inventory. I want to be paid daily. Every time I make a sale, I want that money to be paid to me. I do not want to be waiting 6 months before I get paid like certain companies do. If I do all of this, I can literally replace a 9-to-5 income with a few sales a month, which is why it is essential to work with high ticket items. If you can make 2 or 3 sales a month and already replace your 9-to-5 income, you are free. Congratulations, you've made it. You've made the point that you no longer need a job in order for you to live your life. At that point, you're in control, right? So you got a choice right now. You can do one of two things. Number one, you can go and do this on your own. I've just given you a ton of information. I hope you've taken notes, and you can literally go out there with the help of YouTube and Google, find out how to do it all right. You can conquer every hurdle and obstacle as it comes. You can figure out every hiccup, which is pretty much what I did when I got started. And if you want to do all of that, then go for it. There are people out there who have become very successful doing that, but I will tell you, there are probably 10 times more failures than successful people who have gone out and done it on their own. Option number 2, you can have me by your side. You can make sure that you're doing it right. You can leap over the hurdles like an Olympic athlete and accelerate your success faster than you ever could do on your own. Yeah, if you had me with you, I would be able to show you exactly where I went wrong, exactly where I went right, and avoid you making the same mistakes that I made, right? So you can let me help you, someone who's already helped hundreds of other people earn 6 figures online. Yeah, to help you start your online business too, using the exact same model. Okay, that is what I'm here for, and that is why I'm here today. How can I help you? So remember all of these products that I talked about earlier? Yeah, £9,000 a year for all of these products. Guess what? I already bought them. I already got them. I put them together. They are up and running. Everything is working. You don't need to either pay for them or understand how they work, because they are already working and they are running in my automated sales system. All you got to do is plug into it. Then we have the Training Academy. The Training Academy is where you're going to learn how to find people on social media. Now, I'm not talking about your friends. I'm not talking about people who you know on social media. I'm talking about running ads that you can target and choose exactly what kind of people who you are looking for to start to buy your products. We show you exactly how to do that, click by click. All you have to do is plug in, follow the videos, get set up. It takes about 10 days to 2 weeks to get set up, and you will already be able to run ads. All of this is called Project Q1. Project Q1 is going to give you a training academy, okay? So you are going to learn everything. You're going to be a master of Facebook and social media advertising. You are going to get the automated system, that system that I've already built, I've already paid for, I've already got up and running, it's already working, it's already proven. All you got to do is plug into it by putting traffic into it, okay? Then you are going to get access to our Facebook group with over 1,000 members. You can literally work with people who are already getting the results that you want. People are going to be able to answer your questions, support you, help you out, and these are people who actually do the same thing that you're doing. These are not just random answers that you're going to get off Google that you're never sure whether they're actually real or not. Then you have mastermind calls. We just got off an absolutely amazing mastermind call just a couple of hours ago. Over 100 people live, listening to us, listening to stories, getting motivated, and really taking their businesses to the next level. It is amazing what you can achieve when you're surrounded by a community of like-minded people. And there's bonuses. You can see why all of this would be a really good deal at £1,000. So if I was to offer this for you at £1,000, it's a pretty good deal, okay? But for the general public, we charge £790 or about $1,000, okay, on projectq1.com. You can go there right now. You can look at it. That is how much it costs to sign up. But today, you are watching live. We've already been through a lot of information. You are already obviously qualified as being a like-minded person because you've come this far. You've already learned the basics. So we're not going to charge you that amount at all. In actual fact, we're going to charge you £79. £79 will get you everything. Will get you in our system, will get you all of the training, all of the mentorship, all of the support, access to all of the groups, the whole lot. Single investment of £79 and you are in. All you got to do is click the orange button that is below this screen right now. So we have a bonus as well. Recordings of all past mastermind calls. We do mastermind every single week. Yeah, we are going to be able to give you the entire back catalog of mastermind calls. So every single time you come across an issue, you have to just look at the different masterminds and you can see which one of them is the most relevant to the question that you've got, and we'll be able to show you step by step how to overcome that issue. So all of that archive is available to you. It's worth 800 quid, and we are going to give it to you for free for the first 10 people to click that orange button today. So let's add everything up. You got the training academy, 2.5 grand. You got 5 grand's worth of automated system. You've got a grand's worth of Facebook group. Now you might say that's a bit expensive for a Facebook group, right? We're talking about 1,000 like-minded people in a group who are there to support you, to answer your questions, to help you with your problems. Yeah, it is worth way more. If you can make a single sale that is worth $1,000 or £1,000, yeah, from support from within a Facebook group, then that is absolutely worth it, right? We got the team mastermind calls. £500 a week is what we would normally charge to outsiders, but obviously if you are part of our team, you get that included. We have the mastermind recordings that I was telling you about before, worth £1,000. Total value is just shy of 10 grand, but it's all yours today for £79. So you get the automated system, the training academy, the Facebook group, the weekly mastermind, the mastermind replays, and much, much more. All you got to do is click the orange button that you'll see right now beneath your screen. So click that orange button. Now, you might be saying, yeah, but you know, what if I don't like it? What if... I am going to give you a 14-day money back guarantee. Let me be very clear, very straight with you. I only want to work with people who want to build up a business, who want to become successful, who want to have their own online business, okay? So if you join my team and if you take a look inside, and if it's not for you, and if you're not the business builder, if you're not the guy who wants to build his business and start to make a change to his life and to really start taking control, if you're not one of those guys, then honestly, I don't want to work with you. And not only do I not want to work with you, I also don't want to take your money off you. So if you come on board and you decide that it is not for you, all you got to do, hit me up, send me a message on Facebook or whatever, and say, Nate, sorry, it's not for me. And I will be more than happy to give you a full refund. Okay, you don't have to give me any explanation or anything like that. I don't want your money unless you want to work with me. All I'm about is working with successful people. Okay, that's what I do. That is my role in life. I don't need your £79 if you don't want to work with me. Okay, so go through it again. We've got automated system, a training academy, Facebook group, weekly mastermind, mastermind replays. You get started now for just £79. Click on that orange button right now if you haven't done so already. Don't worry, there's a 14-day money back guarantee. You've got 14 days to check everything out. If you don't like it, let us know. We'll give you your money back. There is absolutely nothing to worry about whatsoever. Click that orange button now if you haven't done so already. So it is a fact. There are people in our community making money online. Here we go. We got Rich. Rich is down on the panel. He's going to come out in a short while and share his story with us. He was an electrician. He used to make 60 hours a week. That was his working week. A lot of it was manual labor on his hands and knees, and he got an injury. He'll tell you about his story a little bit later. There was no way he could carry on being sustainable, even though he was making decent money in his business. He was able to make over 18 grand in a month from using our system, even though he wasn't tech savvy at all. Obviously, he has quit his job. He's 100% online right now. He's building up an awesome team in the UK, and he is doing really, really well for himself. He's going to come out in a minute and share his story. Here we got Bobby Hook. He is in Missouri in the USA. He was a landscaper and in construction. It was manual labor. He was paid by the hour. He got his fiance. He's got 2 kids, and he was really struggling to take care of them, to give them the life that they need, right? And he was able to make over 16 grand last month. He went on holiday, I think, 4 times last year, which the first of those was the first time he'd ever taken his family on holiday. Now they're literally going on holiday whenever they want. He doesn't work anymore in his previous job. He's 100% online. He is absolutely loving his life right now. Here we got Mike Hale. He's from Canada. He used to be a tax inspector. People used to hate him. He was the guy that called them up and say that he was going to check all of their accounts. He was sick of his job. He was depressed. He didn't want to do it anymore. He found us. He plugged in online. He's been able to make back-to-back $10,000 months for the last 4 months now. Yeah, he's doing really, really well. He's traveled around the world. I actually got to meet him in Asia a couple of months ago when he was traveling around here. We have Lilybeth. Lilybeth was a sales assistant in a jewelry store. She wanted more from life, and she plugged into our community. She was able to make over $2,000 in the first 3 weeks of her business. Obviously, she too has quit her job. She's 100% online now. We got here Adam, who you met at the start of this presentation, and he's going to be coming back out later on. He's going to share a bit more of his story with you. He is now traveling the world, but he used to be a financial underwriter, making way less money than he was worth. And he decided that he wanted to take the plunge online. He worked through our system. And again, he is able to make now back-to-back £10,000 months. He's able to travel the world, do what he wants. It's a completely life-changing experience that he's going to tell you about shortly. We've got Josh here on the beach. He used to be an online gamer. Now, as an online gamer, A, you got to put in a crazy amount of hours, and B, you never know. Sometimes you win well, and sometimes you lose badly. So it's not a consistent income stream at all. He plugged in, and he made it over $1,000 on his very first sale. Again, life-changing stuff for him. The most important person, however, on the screen right now is you. Yeah, are you going to be the next one? Are you going to be the person who's going to put his face to this screen next and show us how much your life has changed? Yeah, how much you've been able to really plug in to this system and completely and utterly change your life for you, for your family, for your loved ones, and really get plugged in and do something different. It's all about action, guys. The only thing that you got to do now is take that jump. So there's an orange button at the bottom of the screen. If you haven't done so already, click on it and it will take you through and allow you to join up, plug in immediately to our system. So there's another bonus that I haven't told you about yet. There's a 30-minute one-on-one coaching call. Now, on this coaching call, we will listen to you. This is all about you. So we will find out who you are, where you are in life right now, what is your situation, where it is that you want to be. We will then map out a personalized business plan for you to get you exactly where it is that you want to be in life as soon as possible, to get your business on track, up and running. Okay, so 30-minute one-on-one coaching call to get your business started. This is a call that you're going to have with either myself or one of the other leaders, and this again is completely and utterly free for the first 10 people. It's worth £300 in value, and we will give you that for free. So if you are one of the first 10 people to click on that button, I can see that there are a bunch of people joining already, so you might want to jump in quite quickly if you want to benefit from the 30-minute one-on-one coaching call to allow somebody who already has a success to get your business up and running for you. These are some of the leaders within our community. What you are going to get, you are going to get the training academy worth £2,500, the automated system worth £5,000, £1,000 for the Facebook group. We got the masterminds, which are $500 a week. We got the mastermind recordings from the past year. Yeah, all of that for £1,000 worth of value. We're going to get the one-on-one coaching call worth £300. All of this over £10,000 of value, and we are giving it to you for £79 only. Okay, this is a one-time offer. So at the start of this presentation, I made you a promise. I promised that I was going to give you the opportunity to partner with six-figure marketers on proven profitable campaigns. I've done that. I have delivered on my promise. All you got to do is click on that orange button and you can jump into our team, into our system, work alongside people who already are making the results. If you want to start out on your own, you can do that, but it will be a lonely and very difficult journey that you have in store. Yeah, if you want to make money, if you want success, be with successful people. Hang out with the people who already are doing the things that you want, and let them help you along the way. Now, I'm going to give you a sneak peek look at our sales system, or more to the point, Adam is going to give you a sneak peek look at our sales system, and he is going to show you exactly what is going to happen when you click on that button and you join up. So I'm going to jump straight out of this. I'm going to hand you over to Adam, and I'm going to rest my voice for a few minutes. So over to you, mate.
Yeah, cheers, Nick. Yeah, I'll just screen share on my screen. Yeah, so you can see that. So we've got, right, so when you come through from the order form, you will be asked to create an account. You will create an account, a username and password, and then you'll sign in and you'll be taken to this page. This is the Project Q1 new members homepage. So we've got on the left-hand side, you'll work through module 1, all the sort of coaching videos in module 1 to get you in the right mindset to get your business started. They're all videos like this. You can see Nate here and a couple of the other guys in the community, Rob and Rai. And then we've got the business overview, Facebook ads training, how to get set up on the left-hand side with Facebook and leverage Facebook to run your online business. We've got a bunch of other stuff, advanced Facebook training for when you've got into it a bit longer, when you're wanting to go in a bit more detail with your Facebook ads, entrepreneur mindset resources. I'm sure there's a couple of PDFs in there as well. And yeah, the mastermind replays, as Nate said earlier. So the mastermind replays will show you, obviously previously, I think they go back sort of 6, 12 months, maybe longer than that, how people are making sales. So they're very, very useful. So quite a lot of useful information in here. So yeah, that's what people will get when they come through. And yeah, I think that's just about everything on there, really, Nate. Do you want me to also sort of jump back into my story as well, or do you want to go through anything else?
Go for it, Adam. I would love to hear your story right now, and I'm pretty sure everybody want to hear.
Cool. I'll just take the screen share off if it will let me. Yeah, that took the screen share off, Nate. Cool. Yeah, so my story is I got started with Project Q1 about 11 months ago now. It was May 2017. So I was basically working a 9-to-5 in a finance company. And this time last year, I was really fed up with it, to be honest. I was making the company a lot of money in commissions, and all that money was going to the guys at the top. So I was, this time last year, looking for something else. I was looking for either extra work, something different, an online business. I was just looking for that thing that could get me out of what I was doing, and I was overall wanting to make a change. I came across Project Q1, as many people have done, and yeah, I thought I took a look at it. I thought I was a little bit skeptical at first, but I saw people, just average people like me, and they won't mind me saying that, in average jobs. They were basically using this system to generate an income and to generate more than what they could earn in an employed job, or a self-employed job. Yeah, so that was sort of my motivation for coming in. I was thinking, if these guys can do it, and they're quite similar to me, then I can go all in. I can put everything into it, give it my all, and I can use this as a vehicle to get me out of my job. And that's what I did, really. It took me about 3 months to earn more than I was in my employed job, and I'd worked in that job for 10 years. So it took me 3 months to earn more than that. After about 5 months, I handed my notice in. I thought, yes, this is definitely 100%. The income's coming in. So I handed my notice in, took the plunge, and I've been full-time online ever since then. So I've been full-time online for about, I think, 5 or 6 months now. It is quite a cliche to say that it is the best thing that I've ever done. But it actually is. I never thought that I could use something, a system like this, to actually get me out of a job that I'd been there for 10 years. So yeah, I fully enjoy what I do now. I absolutely love it. Obviously, just create an income when I'm either at home or when I'm actually on holiday. Wherever I am in the world, I can create an income as long as I've got Wi-Fi and an internet connection. And the thing that I was mentioning earlier on in the presentation about having the community there for you as well. We all get on. We're all sort of quite actual close friends now. Anyone or anyone and everyone is there for you. When you need a question answered, it's answered within less than 5 minutes. And yeah, everyone wants success for each other. That's the most important thing about the community. No one's out just for themselves. Everyone shares ideas. We jump on the 2 calls per week and share all sorts of ideas to make our businesses work. Whether you're a brand new person or whether you've been in with Project Q1 for a while, everyone's got an input and it really works out well. So anyone that is skeptical, I would just say hit that orange button. £79. What's that? It's a pair of trainers or a night out. Just don't have one of them for 1 month, and you know, invest in yourself. And yeah, that's pretty much my story. So yeah, I hope everyone enjoyed it. And back over to the unit. I think we've got Rich, Ali, and Lily on as well.
Adam, do you want to bring the guys out? Yeah. Do you want to introduce them and bring them out there? Let's hear everyone's stories.
Yeah.
Just got a couple more slides, but let's hear the stories first.
We've got Ali, who's actually on my team. He's been with us, I think it's just over 6 months now. He'll tell you himself. So yeah, if you want to let everyone know about your story as well, Ali.
Yeah, no point. Hey, Mika, yeah?
Yeah, spot on.
Yeah, so about 6 months ago, I got involved in Project Q1, but my story starts probably about 5 years ago or so when I got married, and about 2 years after that, or 2.5 years after that, I had kids. Kind of the next step after getting married. It's a bit of a cliche, but kids change your life. And for me, it was a massive part of it because I was kind of going through the phase where I was at work and my wife was at home on maternity leave, and I was just not getting the time that I wanted with my children. I still work a 9 to 5 now, but I've been involved in PQ1 kind of 5-6 months, and it's definitely the way that I'm going to see more of my children as they grow up, and obviously I'll get more time with them. I'll get the school runs, and I'll get the other things that I'm looking to get from an online business, something that runs for me, something that I can work around. Don't have to kind of be restricted by the holiday that I'm going to have, or the kind of the hours I have to work. I can pick and choose when I want to do that, and that's what my main reason for getting involved was. And yeah, so I joined up 6 months ago, and as Adam was saying, the community is something that's really supportive, something I never thought I'd really benefit from, but I provide value to the community, they provide value back to me. It's something that is really, really key about this, and it's something that I think anyone who gets involved with will love the community and the kind of spirit that everyone's so positive, everyone wants to help each other, and we all want the same goal at the end of the day.
Yes, but on Ali, as you say, like obviously that's massive, the community, with what you were saying there, and that there's people sort of doing go lives and posting it on the community page every day and providing value, and you know, we're all benefiting as a community from that. So yeah, I think we've got a couple of the other guys as well. We've got Rich and Lily Beth that are on as well. Are you there as well, Rich? Do you want to just sort of turn your camera on? Yeah, we got you. You all right, Rich? Yeah, I think it was Rich who actually brought me into the business some 11 months ago, and Rich has sort of quite a unique story of his own as well, Rich. So yeah, if you want to let everyone know about yourself.
Yeah, cheers, mate. Yeah, like I say, for me, it was a little bit different story. I sort of wasn't looking around for anything different. I was quite happy with what I was doing, self-employed, things like that. But what happened with me, I had an accident in 2009, I had a back injury. So what I was actually doing, I knew I couldn't sustain. So for all I wasn't looking for something else, it was guiding me that way. So how it sort of spanned out, I had a really hard day at work, pulling cable all day. My back was absolutely killing me because obviously I'd prolapsed discs. So when I came in from work this particular night, I was just scrolling through a news feed, as probably everyone in the community and everyone online does. They're all scrolling through Facebook. and I came across this ad, and I just the first thing I saw when I saw it was like, what an absolute scam. And that's the first thing I thought. I was just a normal guy from the northeast of England, hard grafter, just worked all my life, and just thought, you know, what a load of rubbish. So I sort of dissed it out the way. A few days later, again, I'd come in from work, really hard day again, and I just thought to myself, you know, I've got to do something different. Really, I've got to do something different. And I can remember watching this this ad, getting an email from this guy, and I can remember, obviously, I knew how to get on the email, but I wasn't tech savvy whatsoever, so I didn't know sort of what to do next. Anyway, I can remember clicking on the email again, going through this webinar, just like what you're watching now. Watch this webinar. And even at that point, I just thought, nah, this is not for me. It's like, it was like, it's them tech sort of guys' jobs, you know, it wasn't for me. I'll just stick with what I'm doing. And a couple of days went by again. I just thought, it just resonated with something was ticking in my brain, thinking, you know, I can do that. I know I can do that. And this could be a way out for me. And what sort of clinched it for me was, a lot of people that might resonate with this is, I always thought, I can't afford to invest in nothing else. I'd invested loads of money in my self-employed work. I just thought, I can't afford to invest in nothing else. And my wife was sat next to me, Nikki, and she just said, don't think of it as a cost. Think of it, and you sort of touched on it a bit, think of it as an investment in yourself and in our future. And it just clicked, a switch went in my brain. I just thought, yeah, that's exactly it. I'm going to do it. And I did it. And I just clicked on the link, joined the team, went through the step-by-step coaching. The community is absolutely brilliant. I mean, it's been so supportive for me as well, and everyone in the community. But like I say, it just something switched in my brain that night, and I just thought, yeah, I can do this. And like fast forward a year and a half, you know, to where I am now, is you just don't think these things are possible. You always think they're for somebody else out there. And like for me, being just a normal, I would say a normal bloke in a labouring background, you know, to come and do what I'm doing now is just insane. And like, I thank everything and everybody in the community for getting me here. But it does take, I mean, Nate said it before, the only variable is you. You've got to, something's got to switch in your brain to think, yeah, I've got to do something different. And that's what it was for me. It appeals to different people, but it's changed my life and my family's life beyond recognition. And the more people, obviously, we get on board, the bigger the team grows, and the community is awesome. It really is brilliant. So, yeah, awesome job.
Cool, Rich. And then amazing story there. And then we've got, last but not least, we've got Lilybeth as well. So, hi, Lily. Yeah, if you want to come out and share your story as well.
Hi, everyone. So firstly, I just wanted to kind of touch on, obviously you've heard Adam's, Ali's and Richard's story just there. And that's the thing within our community. Everyone's story is so different, but also so similar all at the same time. And my story is different to the guys that you've just heard. I actually went traveling in 2016 for 6 months. And I had the best experience and I absolutely loved it. I was very, very lucky to get a sabbatical from work. So I spent 6 months traveling around Southeast Asia and America. And when I got home, it was great to be home. I absolutely loved it to begin with. And then all of a sudden, after around kind of 6 months of being home, I realised that nothing had actually changed within the past 6 months. I'd had this incredible kind of 6 months at the start of the year where I'd been traveling, I'd been experiencing new things. I was constantly learning and growing. And then I came back to my normal job. I came back home. I came back to the same city. And every day was on repeat. Every day was the same. And I worked in retail. So obviously there's a few differences. There's the Christmas rush and the January sales, etc. But overall, it's the same every day or every year. And it was really after the kind of like 6 months of being home where I looked back on the 6 months I'd been in England and the 6 months before that where I'd been traveling. And I thought, you know what, there has got to be more to life than this. And one of the girls I was working with at the time actually said to me, she was like, that was a once in a lifetime opportunity. And those words probably rung in my ears for weeks, because I was like, there is no way that is a once in a lifetime opportunity. Like, that cannot be it. And I wasn't particularly like looking for anything online. Like Richard said, I wasn't kind of scouring the internet thinking, oh, I need to search for this amazing opportunity. For me, I started reading a book called You Are a Badass. And it's all about kind of looking outside of the box, kind of. And one morning I woke up, it was a Monday morning, and if you work in retail, you know, you get all kinds of days off. So it was Monday morning, and I'd woke up and there was this ad at the top of my page, and it was about joining online opportunity. And I was like, great, this looks really good. So I watched the masterclass, and little did I know that kind of, 11 months later, I'd be the one talking on the masterclass. Like, that's how crazy this opportunity is. You watch the masterclass and within a couple of months, you're the one talking on it. So my best advice to you guys is, if you are uncomfortable, if you don't know what to do, if you're sitting on the fence, take that leap. The worst mistake you'll ever make is to not look at this opportunity. That will be the worst thing you ever do. Even if you just come in and you have a look around and you say, do you know what? It is for me or it isn't for me. At least you've explored the option, and you can make that kind of valid opinion on whether you want to go forward or not. For me, that was where the turning point was, because I was like, I can't let this opportunity go having not explored it. I was like, I need to at least see what they have and whether it's going to work for me. And right now I've been out of work for almost 7 months. So I've not really stepped foot in another jeweler's because I'm like, no, I'm not going near there. But yeah, retail is a thing of the past for me. And I'm looking to kind of get on my travels more this year. Last year, I had the joy of kind of flying out to Budapest and meeting some of the guys, Adam and Richard and Ryan, as well as a few other places. But really, like kind of Richard said, the community is one thing that really sold it for me. Because when you work online, it can be quite lonely. But with our community, especially now, we're kind of over 1,000 members. Everybody is here to kind of help and support you. And we're all friends. We're all like family at this point. In the UK, we have our kind of regular meetups now every kind of 4 months. So if you are wondering whether it's an opportunity for you, absolutely click that button and take the leap, and we'll see you on the inside. Hand it back over to you, Adam.
Yeah, cheers, Lily. Another great story. And yeah, we are actually real people. We do meet up and talk to each other and mastermind with each other and get ideas off each other in person. So it is just much more than being thrown into a Facebook page. And yeah, I can't sort of stress enough your comments there. But yeah, I think we'll go. I think Nate's just got a last couple of slides to go through, so I'll sort of send everyone back through to Nate for his sort of last, his finale, really.
Great stuff, Adam. Thank you, everybody, for coming out and sharing your stories. Much appreciated. It's all right for me to come out and tell everybody about everything, but there's nothing better than hearing stories from people who are actually involved, who got plugged in, and who have literally transformed their lives in a matter of a few months. I got another few slides for you here. I'm going to jump straight into a screen share and get these out of the way. So, procrastination is the #1 killer of all success. Successful people make decisions quickly and as soon as the facts are available, and change them very slowly, if ever. Okay? Do it now. Sometimes later becomes never. These words were words from a guy called Napoleon Hill. Okay? Napoleon Hill, he spent 30 years of his life interviewing millionaires and working out what were the common traits that made successful people. And he wrote a book called Think and Grow Rich, which is the most successful or the most printed business mindset book in the history of the world. Even though it is, I think it's about 90 years old now, the original copy, it is still in print. It's being updated. It's probably one of the best books that I've ever written. Now, it's really important to understand that if you are one of these people who are just going to think about it and say, well, you know, this sounds like a good idea, or maybe I could be interested in this. Guess what? Nothing is ever gonna change. Yeah, your life is not gonna change. You're never gonna have a business. You might think it's a great idea, but action is what is taken. So, as he says, you need to make a decision. You need to make a decision quickly, and you need to stick with it. Do it now. Yeah, if you're gonna put things off, you will continue to put them off. And I would expect that you probably have already been putting stuff off in your life because it becomes a trend. So do it now. If you want to get involved, if you want to have a business, press that button. Click on that button right now. Jump in. Join us. Join me. Join Adam. Join Ali. Join Lily. Join Rich. And there are literally 1,000 people now in our team changing their lives. And it is now a chance for you to be part of it. Let me just go over once more what you're going to get. You get the training academy, the automated system, the Facebook group, the mastermind calls, the mastermind recordings, the 30-minute one-on-one coaching call. All of this worth over 10 grand, and it is yours literally for only £79. Now, I am going to go through and put. I'm going to answer some questions. I always get asked questions, the same questions over and over. So I want to answer these questions for you and let you have the benefit of all of these questions that I'm constantly being asked. Okay. So first one. I don't believe it's going to work. How can I know it's real? Well, if you still don't believe it after listening to all of these awesome stories that you've heard from all of these really cool people, then, well, you're obviously way more skeptical than you should be. But honestly, without belief, you're never going to be able to succeed in anything that you do. Yeah, we're giving you an amazing opportunity along with our professional support. What you choose to do with it is totally up to you. But if at this stage you're really unable to believe in yourself and in your own ability to make your business work, then you should probably stick to your 9 to 5. I think business is probably not for you. The easiest and fastest way for you to believe in yourself is by achieving results. In order to do this, you need to take action, not procrastination. So, are there any other costs after signing up with us at Project Q1? Absolutely none. £79. That is it. That is the only time you will ever have to pay anything at all. However, remember that this is your chance to have your own online business. And just like any business, there are always costs involved. At the start, you're going to need to get affiliated with a product. The affiliation can range from 0 all the way to thousands. Obviously, the more you're able to invest, the easier it is, and the less you're able to invest, the harder you're going to have to work. But success is totally possible and is up to you and your efforts at every single level. You're also going to need an ad budget. This can be whatever you want it to be, but obviously the more that you spend, the more people are going to see your ad, the more sales and revenue you will make. It is perfectly fine to start small. Everybody does it. And then you build up your ad budget with the revenue that you make. The more money you make, you sink it back into ads, which increases your reach with your ads and which increases, therefore, your revenue. This is called compounding. Compounding is what allows our revenues to scale and snowball. The moment you realize the power of compounding is when you will never, ever worry about money again. Next question. Is this only for people in the UK? Absolutely not. Anybody from literally anywhere in the world can do this. As long as you've got an internet connection, a bank account, and a few spare brain cells, then go for it. The internet has got no immigration, no borders, no control. Everyone is welcome. Stop and think about it from a different point of view. Not only is anybody welcome to work for it, but you can also work from literally anywhere else in the world while selling to anywhere else in the world. This has never before been possible in the history of mankind. The internet has allowed us to do this. Recent breaks in technology with 4G, for example, have allowed us to do this even more so, okay? Can I do it from my smartphone? Honestly, I use my smartphone as much as, if not more than, my laptop nowadays. However, when you want to set everything up, it is always better to have a laptop. You know, smartphones are going to mess with your eyesight. You don't want to be plugged onto your smartphone all day long. Nowadays, it's actually cheaper to get a decent laptop than the latest iPhone. So you're really focused on your business and making money. Guess which device you need the most? Let me ask you a question right now. Have you ever considered how much money you can earn from your device rather than how much it costs? Question number 5, can I team up with my Uncle Norris? Of course you can, but wouldn't it be better if both of you had your own businesses and you would be able to motivate each other? Does your Uncle Norris actually know about business? Is he a successful businessman? If he's not, then you're better off relying on people within our community, people who already have success, and let them help you rather than a family member who doesn't really know what they're doing. When you sign up, you're going to discover our complete business model, and you will see exactly how easily you can make it work for you. If your uncle wants to get involved, get him to start his business too. Okay, support each other. Last question. I don't have £79. Can I start now and pay later when I've made some money? Absolutely not. You go into your local pub at the weekend and ask your landlord the same question. I'm pretty sure he's going to laugh long and loud at you. We are talking about starting a lucrative business here. If you can't even find £79, if you can't invest £79 in yourself and in a business, then honestly, you don't really stand much of a chance. If you're scraping for pennies now in your life, I understand that. I've been there also. But without a serious shift in mindset, you're going to be scraping for pennies for the rest of your life. It's time to make a change. Seize the moment and make that change today. Imagine how easy it's going to be when you no longer have to check your pockets each time you want to buy something. All right? I hope these questions have helped you. If you've got any more questions, feel free to jump into the chat and let us know. But as promised, I've already given you the opportunity to partner with 6-figure marketers on this proven profitable campaign. Yeah, all you got to do is hit that orange button, sign up, and join us right now. I, or Adam at least, has already given you a sneak peek look at what you're going to get as soon as you get inside. And now I am going to really push the boat out. I am going to give you the opportunity to join me, Adam, or any of the other leaders on a free 10-minute business strategy coaching call. If you're still with us now, if you still haven't taken action, if you still haven't hit that button, if you still haven't joined us, but you're still here, you obviously want to know more. Yeah, you're obviously looking for some kind of extra proof or some kind of justification for you to join up, which is fine. So what I have done is I've put at the bottom of this page, if you want to scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page that you're on now with this video playing, you will see a link. Now that link will allow you to sign up for a free 10-minute business strategy coaching call. Now, we are not going to be able to give you a business plan or anything like that. 10 minutes is not long enough to do that. What we are going to be able to do is answer any of your questions. So if at this point, yeah, you still haven't signed up, but you're still wanting to get on board, yeah, if you see yourself as an action taker and see yourself as somebody who wants to have a business online, but there's something blocking you, there's something that you're not quite sure about, and you want to speak to one of us one-on-one, yeah, book yourself a call right now, okay? Scroll right down to the bottom of this page, click on that link right now, you'll go to our scheduler, you can book that call, and you will get a free 10-minute call one-on-one with us, and we will answer any of your questions, any of your concerns, and let you know anything that you need to know that I obviously haven't told you enough about already, okay? So that is available to each and every one of you who are still here. One more time, last time, we have the automated system, the training academy, the Facebook group, the weekly mastermind, the mastermind replays, the lifetime access, yeah? This is one time, yeah? You pay one time, £79, it is yours for life. One-on-one coaching call, much, much more, all for a one-time price of £79. I'm even going to give you a 14-day money-back guarantee. That means you get plugged in. You have the next 2 weeks to decide whether it's for you or not. If it's not, send me a message, say, Nate, I want my money back. It's not for me. I will be more than happy to give you your money back. The only thing that I want to invest in is your success. If you are not willing to invest in your own personal success, then I really don't want to be working with you, and I certainly don't want to take your money off you. There are two kinds of people right now who will still be watching. There is the person who is gonna get their business up and running. They're gonna take action. They're gonna click that button. Maybe not now. Maybe they want to think about it and come back in the next few hours and get involved. And there is the person who is going to continue to think about it and go to work tomorrow morning, and this time next week, this time next month, this time next year, be in exactly the same position that they are in now. If you want to make a difference, take action, click on that orange button. Yeah, and I look forward to working with you really soon. Let me jump out of that screen share. That's pretty much all I've got to say, unless there is anything that Adam wants to add. I don't know if there's anything in the chat or anything going on over there. Give me a thumbs up if you want me to carry on, or do you want to come out?
Pretty much covered everything really, Nate. So yeah, brilliant presentation. And yeah, I think we've covered everything.
Fantastic. Good stuff, good stuff. So it has been my pleasure to present this to you this evening. I hope that I've given you some inspiration, regardless of what step that you want to take next. I hope that you are now considering there are different options available to you. Yeah, it's not all about doing what we've been told traditionally since we went to school, that we need to work, we need to really focus on working for a company, getting an X amount of money at the end of every month, having a mediocre life, and then retiring when we're 65. That no longer applies. If you want that, that's great. If you like that, that's fantastic. I'm happy for you. If you don't want that, there are other options available. I hope that I've been able to inspire you and show you about that. And I really look forward to hearing some success stories from you. And you know, hit me up and let me know how you are getting on and how you're getting on in your life and how you're getting on with your business. If you have clicked that orange button already, I really look forward to working with you. I look forward to welcoming you into our community and seeing your success and seeing your progress grow very, very quickly indeed. That is enough for me. It is now 3 a.m. out in Southeast Asia, definitely bedtime, and I'm going to leave you at that. So it's been my pleasure. Thank you very much for watching and for being here and for sharing the past couple of hours with me. Okay, take it easy, guys, and goodbye.